strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way.
Well, Shaka, Manchester United have certainly picked up of late. A few people are saying, yeah, wait till they get a proper test. Well, they've probably got the hardest test that they could ask for at the Etihad this Sunday when they face the noisy neighbours, Manchester City. We're going to talk about various matchups, Erling Haaland and Lisandro Martinez. But first of all, as a fixture, it's one that both sides have tasted success in over the past few meetings. What are you expecting this Sunday from the Manchester derby?
First of all, let me just say in response to something you just said, United beat Arsenal in this run. And while I think there can be a discussion around Arsenal and their fixtures so far this season, that's a topic for another day. I had Arsenal finishing top four. I didn't have Manchester United finishing in top four. So United getting the better of Arsenal is a good result, and one that Manchester United quite clearly can build on. Now, despite what the tables may say right now, Arsenal, Manchester City, not quite. It's a far firmer test. But then, again, expectations around both these clubs are very different. And while both have enjoyed success in individual encounters, I'm not so sure you can say that about both these teams in the bigger picture of league campaigns and title win. But this is a United team that come into this with good form. They've won their last four in the league. You know, they've won one, lost one in the Europa League, but they've won the last four in the league. And given how the season started, this is an incredible run for them to be on. And now they come up against Manchester City. Their season will not be defined by this game. I've just made that point in terms of league titles. But it will be a significant indicator as to what's to come for Ten Hag and under his tutelage. So I think it's an interesting test for Manchester United. Given what we've seen from the top of the table thus far and the continued expectations around Manchester City, it may prove to be a firmer test than maybe the start of the season would suggest, but one that I still think City should win and will want to win, not just for local bragging rights, but just in terms of keeping their own run going, keeping themselves at least within touching distance of the top of the table.
Yeah, you and I have previewed the last couple of Manchester derbies at the Etihad. The last one, City won pretty comfortably. But I remember the time before when we previewed that one, we were saying, oh, how are United going to win this one? City are huge favourites. United went there and won by 2-0. What's the difference between the United of then and the City of then compared with the United of now and the City of now?
Well, in terms of United and upsets, it's a lot easier to play when there's no real expectation, when you're not really chasing anything. Nerves just don't become a part of it, and a lot of times it's just about bragging rights, and that's what you saw. A little bit surprising from a City perspective, given their own experience sitting at the top of the table, where we were talking last season or many seasons ago. So to have nerves and those big occasions be a factor is a little bit surprising. But this is a United team that all of a sudden are exceeding expectation. And we'll be looking at this game more as I said before, an indicator of who they really are and what this season may promise, as opposed to just an opportunity to give their fans something to cheer about. For City, again, as surprising as that result was last time around, does lightning strike twice? And that for me is a big question and a real test for a City team who, when they signed Haaland and when you look at his numbers, the fact that City have dropped points this early in the season has come as a little bit of a shock to many. So we want to see exactly how good this City team is. I still believe that, especially as we go deeper into the season, especially as we go into 2023, City will more and more start to shift their focus towards that trophy that's eluded them, the Champions League, and maybe that distracts them from what's happening in the league. So we'll see. They want to get those points in the bag as early as possible to give themselves some opportunity, some leeway in terms of squad rotation to balance the Champions League as they chase that title.
If you were Erik ten Hag, would you try and come up with something special, some kind of plan to stop Erling Haaland? And if you did, what would that mean for the rest of your game plan?
Listen, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of a plan, further than locking Haaland in the dressing room, will actually work. In all honesty, but let's assume that Ten Hag doesn't have all the keys to lock him in the dressing room. What do? You look at Manchester United's, well, the two centre backs, Varane and Martinez, who played, and the only thing that makes any kind of sense is to make sure at all costs that Varane is the one who's paired up one-on-one with Haaland, because Martinez can't compete physically. Varane is a lot quicker, I think, than he looks. So maybe he can match Haaland in that regard. And then you try to cut off supply. And I think that's where McTominay, again, was favoured last time out. Maybe he's the player that just kind of sits in front of that back four, trying to offer some kind of protection, some kind of physicality, in coping with Haaland.
United will want Rafael Varane to mark Erling Haaland. City, and probably Haaland, well, Haaland won't care, but if he had a choice, there's a 7-inch height differential between him and Lisandro Martinez. So as much as you say United will try their best to have Rafael Varane on Erling Haaland, if Haaland decides that he's going to take himself all over the place, which he normally does, but the one he really wants to go up against, because he thinks with a 7-inch height differential he's untouchable, is Lisandro Martinez. So how does that play out? Do you do a man-to-man marking job on him? Do you do zonal? What do you do if one team wants one player marking the other star striker, but the team with the star striker want the star striker on the guy who's 7 inches shorter than him?
Absolutely. Listen, nothing happens in a vacuum here. And as much as I'm saying, get Varane on Haaland, it's easier said than done. I mean, that's the nature of the game. The striker, in this case Haaland, is free to roam wherever he is. Even if you put a man marker on him, he can try to tie up somebody else. I don't think that's the option. If you drift onto Martinez, you have to make sure that Varane is covered, that he has cover and he has support. That's just a part of the game. That matchup is going to happen from time to time, and it's how you cope with it. Regardless of how much you plan and how much you convince Varane that he has to get close to Haaland, that matchup with Martinez is going to happen. And that's when the cover of Varane becomes important. That's when the cover of McTominay, I'm saying McTominay because I think Eriksen, who played alongside McTominay, will be given a freer role in terms of creating for Manchester United going forward. So I'm picking on McTominay to carry the brunt of that midfield defensive responsibility. And that's where he comes in, how he positions. McTominay takes his position off of Haaland, regardless of where Haaland goes or which centre-back he's on. He has to take his possession on McTominay and wherever that service is coming from. If Haaland is one-on-one with Varane, you're happy for that. That's the partnership you want. You're hoping for. If he drifts onto Martinez, how can Varane make sure and keep that cover? All sounds well and good sitting in my living room as we are here, Mark. playing up against Haaland, as we've seen time and time again over the last few years, is nothing but is nothing about it at all is straightforward. It's all about how you can try to minimize his impact, and then you just hope for the best.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like United have to worry about other players like Kevin De Bruyne or Foden or anything like that. It's going to be a tough one for them, and City are favourites. Just finally, for any of us football fans, one of the first fixtures we always look out for is when are we playing our rivals, whether it's from the city or whether it's from just down the road or whatever. The derby for football fans means so much. Do you think it means as much to Pep Guardiola for City to face Manchester United, or is it just not another game? Because it'll never be just another game when it's Man City against Man United. But do you think he sees United as much of a threat as Liverpool or any of the other teams?
It means a lot on the day. And to put exactly what you're saying into context, I remember when I was at Newcastle, they did a poll of the fans, and they asked, would you accept losing to Sunderland, our local rivals, not to City, but Northeast rivals? Would you accept losing to Sunderland 5-0 if it meant winning the Premier League title? And it was split right down the middle. 50-50.
From Manchester City to Ederson. The goalkeeper takes a touch, plays it out short to Nathan Aki. Aki takes a couple of strides forward, plays it wider to Cancelo. Carl Walker is on this near side. It's back to Ederson. Ederson to Manuel Akanji. Akanji. Little ball forward looking for Haaland, who's come very, very deep. It's cut out by Manchester United. And Jadon Sancho. Stand by then. As the free kick's taken quickly. You can see Lisandro Martinez is the man who's going to be looking after Erling Haaland. Manchester City enjoying a little bit of possession here. Ederson with Nathan Ake now on that far side, on the left-hand side, to João Cancelo. Down the line, looking for the run of Jack Grealish. Grealish was brought down there. Immediately, a yellow card is out from Michael Oliver, and this is the issue now, because that is an early yellow, and it was Diogo Dalot, and Dalot now is on a yellow, and that is a concern if you're Erik ten Hag, because that battle is going to be intense through the course of the game, and Grealish and Dalot may well be locking horns again. The free kick is on the far side, midway inside the Manchester United half. There's a few bodies in here, floated into the box, but it'll be headed on by Nathan Ake all the way through to David De Gea. Bolts it out to Tyrell Malacia. Malacia forward then to the likes of Christian Eriksen, and Marcus Rashford was there as well. It's in the middle of the park, and they're just playing keep ball a little bit, Manchester United, trying to find the run of Bruno Fernandes, who's fairly central. Jadon Sancho's a bit wider, but here comes City again, down the left-hand side. Plenty of bodies in the box here. Foden's waiting for it. Haaland's there with a header across. It's cut out, but not so far. And Manchester City have a chance, and Grealish can't get the ball in either. It's a terrific bit of play from Manchester City. They have really started the game on the front foot. And I'm not sure what David De Gea knew about that, but the ball's in again. And there's some last-ditch defending going on from Manchester United. But that was a real chance. A shot from Haaland and the shot from Grealish as well. And Foden was there lurking. City have it deep inside their own half. It's Nathan Ake striding up towards halfway. Over the top it goes, looking for Phil Foden. Foden finds it right-hand side. He's going to run into the box. Plenty of support here. The 17 is De Bruyne. It's cut inside, and Manchester United get it away only as far as Kyle Walker. Walker now. Forward to De Bruyne. Back to Kyle Walker. Walker may switch play here, and again Nathan Ake is a willing recipient. Back to Manuel Akanji, and those two centre-halves are on the halfway line, so they're really pushing Manchester United back. There is Ake again, apex of the centre circle, forward on the far side to João Cancelo. Cancelo looking for maybe Bernardo Silva. Remember, Ilkay Gundogan's there as well, but it's back with Akanji. Akanji with an intelligent ball wider to Foden. Foden down the right-hand side. Back it goes, and City playing keep ball, and at the moment, in the opening 4.5 minutes, Manchester United are struggling to get on the ball. Here's Nathan Ake. Ake out wider to Cancelo. Cancelo out wider to Grealish. Grealish is hugging that left-hand touchline. And Cancelo will play all the way back to Ederson. Ederson's way out of his area. Short ball to Manuel Akanji. Akanji across to Nathan Ake. Ake to Cancelo. Cancelo in field then to De Bruyne, and of course Ilkay Gundogan's back there as well, but it's back to Ederson. Ederson, short ball. Manchester United are trying to press now, and City can get the ball over halfway. Here they come now as the ball is pumped forward. Manchester United now do have it with Bruno Fernandes. And that's a hopeful ball, if anything. Marcus Rashford seems to be a little bit of an isolated figure. You've got Jadon Sancho on this left-hand side as City come over halfway. And the ball's played forward down the far side towards Jack Grealish. Grealish has got Haaland waiting in the centre. He just cuts back. He's in the 18-yard box. Back it goes. And Haaland's there. Little 1-2. Can't get the return. And it was intelligent play in the end. Manchester City may have grabbed a corner. That initial effort, by the way, was lots of really good stop from David De Gea on the line. It was Haaland's header that was heading goalwards, cut out by a United defender. And then that shot came in from João Cancelo, which was really well saved by David De Gea. Manchester United have the ball now. They've got it with Sancho. All the way back it goes to Martinez. Here's Tyrell Malacia down this near side. Sandro Martinez, Rafael Varane is back there, but they're going to play it forward now, trying to find the run of Jadon Sancho. Anthony's on that far side. Here's Nathan Aki now. Midway inside his own half. Cups to halfway. Out wider to João Cancelo. Cancelo infield. Gundogan's there. Cancelo's just switched now as Manuel Akanji steals the ball. Intercepts it well, and into the halfway line and inside the Manchester United area now. Phil Foden. He's got support with a willing runner in the shape of Kevin De Bruyne. They're going to switch the play to that left-hand side. Plenty of bodies waiting for it. Cut cross comes in. Foden with a shot, and Foden with a terrific goal. Manchester City lead, and it's a terrific strike from Phil Foden. He's cut it in, but it's pretty much first touch. The ball's come in from the left-hand side, and he's kind of swept the ball past David De Gea. A terrific strike. 7.5 minutes gone. Manchester City 1. Manchester United 0, and it's Phil Foden with the effort. A terrific goal. See the ball coming in, and first time he's just taken it on the turn. Terrific cross in from the left, and there the shot from Foden, and Foden has opened the scoring in the Manchester derby. It's Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0, and it's no more than they deserve. A terrific strike from Phil Foden. So, Erik ten Hag has got a little bit to think about. They've conceded. What have Manchester United got in response? Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0. It is Phil Foden, scorer of that first goal. Lisandro Martinez plays it back to David De Gea. De Gea takes a touch. Haaland's trying to run him down. In the end, it's pumped forward. There is De Bruyne, Kai Gundogan, and now they're coming forward here. Although Kyle Walker will play it back to Manuel Akanji. Akanji will play it back to Ederson. Manchester City playing keep ball. Akanji forward to Haaland, who's gone a little bit deeper, but he's given that away, and Manchester United can get clear here. They're looking for the run of Marcus Rashford. Rashford just couldn't get onto it. Ederson will take a touch to control and clear to halfway. Headed on by Grealish. It's still kept in play by United. There is on that far side Anthony. Erik ten Hag looking fairly pensive. Bernardo Silva's cross it was, on a plate really for Phil Foden. David De Gea didn't even move for the goal. Here come Manchester United trying to carve something out here. Anthony trying to force something. It's played in towards Rashford. Rashford is bustled off it. Manchester United still have it. Sancho's trying to carve something through here, but Foden's back there defending, and they should get this clear, Manchester City, and they will do with Kyle Walker down the right-hand side. Plays it short to Foden. Foden to Akanji, and then now back there as well is Bernardo Silva. Plays it out wide to Jack Grealish with the headband on. Grealish striding over halfway. Bernardo Silva back to Grealish. The 1-2 was tried there, but in the end, Rafael Varane puts the ball out of play for a Manchester City throw-in. 10 minutes on the watch. Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0. The goal from Phil Foden. Bernardo Silva's cross popped the ball on a plate, and Foden's finish was superb. It's a great start for Pep Guardiola's side, and they've got another chance now to deliver a ball into the danger zone. Bruyne is over this free kick. It's wider. This is going to be a floated ball in. Phil Foden's there as well. Left-hand side. There's plenty of bodies waiting. In there is Gundogan, as is Aki. And Manuel Akanji's up there alongside the tall figure of Erling Haaland. It's floated in, and in it goes. Header goes down. Manchester United get it clear, but it's a half-hearted clearance. It's going to go out of play for a throw-in. Christian Eriksen it was back there with the clearance. Bernardo Silva has got the ball in his hand. He's going to leave it here, maybe for Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker will now launch the throw-in. Generally might be long. He's got options short, actually, if he does want to go short. Haaland's trying to make space. It's played towards Foden. Foden is cut out of it. Manchester United could get away here. Rashford's on the chase with Aki, and Ederson comes out and clears the danger. It was a foot race, and Ederson and Aki were going up against Marcus Rashford. In the end, the Manchester City goalkeeper won. It's with Lisandro Martinez. There's Rafael Varane. Centre-halves playing it across the back line. Out wider then to Diogo Dalot. Infield then looking for Christian Eriksen. Here is Eriksen, number 14. 400th career appearance for Christian Eriksen. Out wider then to Tyrell Malacia. It's gone out of play. Manchester United have it with their centre-half, Lisandro Martinez. Rafael Varane playing it back to Martinez. Martinez has got Eriksen on this left-hand side. Eriksen plays it back to Martinez. Martinez to Varane. McTominay's there if he wants a short option, as is Tyrell Malacia. It's gone out wide to Malacia. Malacia loses the ball and gives away a needless throw-in. Now, this is just inviting pressure. It really is. And they've been very, very haphazard and a little bit lapsidaisical in the early stages of this game with their defending. Kyle Walker will play all the way back to Manuel Akanji. Akanji will play all the way back to Ederson, and Manchester City are quite happy to play keep ball here. Ball out towards João Cancelo. Cancelo strides over halfway, cuts it back infield to Gundogan and Silva, and Grealish is there as well. Grealish infield to Cancelo. Cancelo is fouled. Michael Oliver says nothing doing, and Manchester United retrieve the ball. It's going to be with Fernandes. Fernandes has given it away, but Manchester City give it away. It's a bit of sort of pinball going on in the centre of the field so far, and that's a lovely floated ball looking for Jadon Sancho, who somehow has managed to get onto it. Sancho's got space. He's trying to find a shot coming in now from Christian Eriksen, and it's tame, and he was darting forward. It was a mistake, I think, from Kyle Walker that let in the chance. And Sancho teed it up on a plate for Eriksen. Eriksen's shot in the end was straight at Ederson. Quarter of an hour gone. Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0 at the Etihad Stadium. It's a terrific start for the home side. Pep Guardiola's team in front, courtesy of a Phil Foden goal. It was a brilliant cross from Bernardo Silva, and Foden couldn't really miss. It was a terrific finish. He hit it first time. Ederson will just play keep ball. Plays it a little bit longer now, looking here for on this near side João Cancelo. And Cancelo and Walker seem to have switched sides now. Ederson pumps the ball forward, looking for the run here of Phil Foden. Erling Haaland's there as well, but Manchester United cleared a halfway. It's not the greatest of clearance, as Manuel Akanji will play the ball back to Ederson. Oh, that's loose. And Ederson had to keep it in. And Manuel Akanji has bustled the Manchester United player off it. Did it very nicely in the end. City can come forward again. Haaland is waiting for the ball. It's on the left-hand side. Grealish playing it all the way back to Nathan Aki. Aki's got support in the shape of Ilkay Gundogan. And there is Gundogan. In fact, it's Haaland Haaland's up there as well in the box, waiting for the ball in. It's played to Haaland, little 1-2. Cut out, and it's a free kick. Right on the edge of the area. It was Jack Grealish, I think, that went down. Grealish, it was, playing a lovely little 1-2 with Haaland. And Grealish was fouled there. It's a clumsy effort, really, from the defender. Has to be said. And it's Sandro Martinez, isn't it? That's not the greatest of places to concede a free kick when you're 1-0 down in a Manchester derby. This is central. This is Haaland distance. It is Grealish distance. It is De Bruyne distance. It's Kyle Walker distance. There are so many options here. In fact, you know what? İlkay Gündoğan could be an option as well. You can see there De Bruyne, Grealish and Gündoğan are around the ball. Very central. We're looking literally just by the semicircle outside the Manchester United box. Maybe about 23, 24 yards out. I think De Gea's got a wall lined up. The Manchester City players. The draft excluder is there as well. And the draft excluder is Jadon Sancho lying down underneath the wall. It's played in. And it's just off the post and wide from Gündoğan. İlkay Gündoğan, a terrific effort it was. I'm sure it hit the post and bounced wide. He's curled it round and it's hit the upright and gone wide. If that would have been a terrific second, and Gündoğan has got it up and over and round the wall, and it's hit the outside of the post and gone away to safety. Here come Manchester City again. Foden's got the ball, but referee's seen an infringement. The offside flag went up, and now United can come clear with Sancho. Sancho trying to play in Scott McTominay, who's been pretty anonymous in this game. There's Bernardo Silva. Gündoğan. Gündoğan forward then to De Bruyne. De Bruyne plays it wider to Phil Foden down the right-hand side. Tyrell Malacia is really holding him up, and Foden's looking for the free kick. Nothing doing. Manchester City keep the ball, and it's Manuel Akanji to Nathan Ake. Out wider now to João Cancelo. Ake. Nathan Ake. A Chelsea and Bournemouth man, of course. Ake humped the ball forward towards Phil Foden, who chests it down, keeps it in expertly, and plays the ball in. A cross comes in from De Bruyne, looking for Haaland. But it's cut out by Manchester United, and they've still got it of City. They've stolen it back. Manchester United cannot get out of their own half at the moment. Now they're trying to relieve a little bit of pressure. Here's a ball forward towards Rashford, but that's cut out by Akanji. Manchester United still have it with Sancho. 1-2 with Rashford. Cut out by City blue shirts, and back there defending is Jack Grealish, who plays it back to Ederson. And City can clear the danger. Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0. Manchester City playing keep ball with the ball deep inside their own half. Ederson with a touch to Ake, who's played it to Manuel Akanji. Strides towards halfway. Haaland has come very deep looking for the ball. Plays it back to Ake. Ake has got Gündoğan central. He's got De Bruyne on the right-hand side. Here is İlkay Gündoğan. Plays it out wide. Jack Grealish is darting forward. Ball coming in from Bernardo Silva. Crosses it towards Haaland. It's cut out of Foden again. Oh, what an effort, Foden. Just wide. Phil Foden. Great Manchester City move. Plenty of players involved. And Foden pretty much looking for a carbon copy second. It was a similar kind of area. And he's taken a touch, touched the ball, and then just planted it wide and head in hands from Pep Guardiola, because he knew that was a chance for 2-0 in the 188th Manchester derby. David De Gea will take this goal kick. Got plenty to think about, and he was beaten all ends up by that Manchester City goal. Ake cuts out the clearance, back to Ake again, heads it towards Bernardo Silva to Cancelo. Haaland heads it back, infield to Gündoğan. Gündoğan going to play it out wide, right-hand side towards Phil Foden. Foden can't keep it in. United have it back, and here's De Gea. De Gea Out wider to Diogo Dalot, who is already on a yellow card, remember. Sole booking of the game. Here's Manuel Akanji. Very, very composed and very cool customer at the back is Manuel Akanji. Just an air of calmness, and that's what you need in these derby games. Akanji and Aki so far haven't put a foot wrong, and they seem to be linking up well. There's Walker, back to Ederson. City playing keep ball. Aki, deep inside his own area. Gundogan's there to support, as always. Ball forward towards İlkay Gundogan. Haaland is there with him. Out to Cancelo. Grealish is looking as well for a forward move. And in the end, Bernardo Silva it was that was appealing for the decision. So Dalot plays it back to De Gea, and Manchester United have the ball. 22.5 minutes gone. It's Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0. Phil Foden, the goal scorer, on 7. And City have stolen the ball again. Here a chance to drive into the box. It's Haaland's there, and Grealish's run was checked. As now Manchester United can come away and clear the halfway, but they are struggling to get out their half. They've been woeful so far in this game. Very little attacking threat at all, and the loose passes like that won't help as Foden steals the ball. It's cut out, and the foul there from the 12th, Tyrell Malacia, and Malacia is the second player to go in the book. A yellow now for both Manchester United fullbacks, and they have been, well, let's just say the City attackers have been giving them the runaround, and that's being kind. Malacia knew exactly what he was doing. It's a booking that he had to take because Foden was clear. Free kick here now. Midway inside the Manchester United half. Floated forward looking for Haaland. It's cut out by United. Eriksen gets it away. And here now is Anthony trying to stride forward on the far side. And Sancho. Back it goes. McTominay. Forward towards Bruno Fernandes. And Anthony's switched now with Sancho, so Anthony's come to the left and Sancho's now on the right. Rashford still looks a fairly isolated figure. 67% possession for Manchester City, 6 attempts on goal. It really is one-way traffic in the Manchester derby. And at the moment, City look very comfortable, and you just think that they're going to carve out another opportunity before the break and maybe go in 2-0 up, because United have offered very little, and Erik ten Hag will be very worried about this performance so far as City come forward again. Here's Kyle Walker, right hand side, infield now to Haaland trying to play in Foden. It's cut out by a red shirt. They can only get it as far as McTominay, and here now is Fernandes to Eriksen out wider to Anthony back to Tyrell Malacia. Eriksen again, who's playing sort of quarterback now. Both centre-halves have a touch. Raphael Varane out wider then to Diogo Dalot. Dalot cuts infield. Infield it goes to David De Gea. De Gea out to Martinez. Sandro Martinez plays it back to his goalkeeper because the pressure is on. Haaland will try and charge at the goalkeeper. That may be cut out by a City shirt. It's not. And in the end, trying to come forward is Tyrell Malacia. Gets the decision. It's a quick free kick. Trying to take it quick, but Michael Oliver, we won't let him. Eriksen now. Switching play to that far side, but it's cut out, and it's a poor ball from Eriksen, and Manchester City can come forward again through Jack Grealish and João Cancelo. There's Cancelo on that far side. It's come off a red shirt, has it? Yes, it has. It's another corner for Manchester City. 25 minutes gone. Terrific game so far. Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0. Corner to come in here. Plenty of sky blue shirts waiting. Kanji's there. Haaland's there. Corner played short. Here's Grealish. Grealish infielder Cancelo. Cancelo trying to serve it up on a plate. It's going to go out of play for a throw in. João Cancelo will take it. There's still plenty forward here. Bernardo Silva is lurking sort of just outside the box. Haaland's in it. Foden's just on the apex of it. Played short. De Bruyne played all the way back, and City will rebuild again. Here is Bernardo Silva. Back to Kyle Walker. Walker all the way across to Nathan Ake. Ake out wider to João Cancelo. He's got support there with Ake and Akanji. Akanji will stride over halfway to Kyle Walker, Nathan Ake, and they're playing keep ball, and at the moment Manchester United cannot get anywhere near. Half the Etihad baked in sunshine, the other half in shadow, and at the moment the City supporters are enjoying the sunshine as well, because it's Manchester City 1, Manchester United 0. Phil Foden, the goal scorer. Back it goes from Kyle Walker to Manuel Akanji. Again, striding towards halfway. They're very patient with their build-up. There's Bernardo Silva. All the way back to Ake. May switch the play here because Cancelo's got a bit of space, as has Grealish on that left-hand side. Cancelo to Grealish. Grealish back to Cancelo. Infield now to Ilkay Gundogan. Just being forced back a little bit are Manchester City. Still a very, very good performance so far from the men in sky blue. Ake striding over halfway. Haaland's very central. Grealish has the ball left hand side. Is he going to charge at the Manchester United backline? He does. He plays a little short ball. Intelligent shot comes in. It's wide. And that was from Kevin De Bruyne. It's a lovely move. Really good positive run from Grealish. He teed up De Bruyne, and De Bruyne just rifles a shot low and wide of David De Gea's upright. Manchester City attacking from left to right here at the Etihad in the first half. And they have been doing all the attacking. Let's be honest, it's been very, very poor from Manchester United so far. But here, now they come forward. Bruno Fernandes is forward. It's going to be played patiently back. Sandro Martinez pumps the ball forward on that far side, looking for the likes of Anthony. In the box is Fernandes, Rashford and Sancho. Can they deliver a ball in? There's a chance to get a cross into the box. It comes in and, well, it is pretty awful from Anthony. He will not be pleased with that. He's floated it in, and it's not one of his better efforts, let's just say. Plenty of ammunition on the bench. Anthony Elanga, Cristiano Ronaldo, Anthony Martial, all potential substitutes for Manchester United if it stays this way. Here comes City though, midway inside their own half. Very patient play. Back it goes to Ake. Ake will play it forward to Ilkay Gundogan. Gundogan to Ake, back to Ederson. Ederson will maybe play it short to Akanji. He will. Kyle Walker's there in support. Walker hugging this near side touchline down the right. Forward it goes. Haaland with a little 1-2 with Foden. Foden running centrally now. And Foden, it's a lovely run. It's a shot that's charged down. It'll find Grealish. Left hand side. Grealish cuts inside. Jack Grealish with a shot. And De Gea with the save. It's still alive with Ilkay Gundogan. Still not cleared. Back to Grealish it goes. And what are they going to do here? Plays it back. And now, striding forward, the shot coming in from Bernardo Silva. Manchester United struggling to get it away. De Bruyne with a shot. Oh, what a hit that was from De Bruyne. And it hit David De Gea, and out for a corner it goes. Well, this shot from Kevin De Bruyne, it's basically, he's just tipped it over David De Gea. And he needed to, because it was angling in It's great work from Manchester City. There was a Manchester United player down, but you've got to play to the whistle. Premier League players should be playing to the whistle. Manchester United can have complaints about the man being down, but goodness me, you know, if Michael Oliver's not blown, you don't stop playing. Bit of a conflab going on between De Bruyne and David De Gea. Kyle Walker and Bruno Fernandes are deep in conversation with Michael Oliver as well. Lots of gesticulating and hand movements, let's be honest. It's not going to make much difference. The man down was Raphael Varane. He's being treated now. So maybe a slight delay to this corner being taken. Foden's initial shot it was that I think it may have touched Varane, and Varane, as he was trying to defend that, he just twisted his ankle. And he went down, but play continued. It wasn't a head injury, so Manchester City are well entitled to continue playing. Michael Oliver then, just directing Raphael Varane off the pitch. Harry Maguire, you can see, not in the squad today. Picked up an injury. So if Varane for any reason can't continue, the obvious replacement will be Victor Lindelof as Manchester City have a corner. 33 minutes in. Comes in from the left-hand side. Header comes in. It's in off the line. Is it in? I think it is in. And that has been given. The watch has stopped because Alf Haaland's son, Erling Haaland, has headed first goal in a Manchester derby to give Manchester City a 2-goal advantage. The ball went in, the header goes in, and David De Gea kind of clears it, but he's cleared it from behind the line, and the referee's watch has buzzed here as the header comes in. It's a defender actually that's trying to clear it off the line, but it was over the line. And De Gea beaten again for the second time. The defender was all too late. Michael Oliver's watch has buzzed, and Haaland has headed in a second goal for Manchester City. It's Manchester City 2, Manchester United 0, and it's Erling Haaland playing for the club where his father had several great years. Brilliant celebration as well from Pep Guardiola on the touchline. But Erling Haaland rose highest, and it's Manchester City 2, Manchester United 0. This really is, at the moment, a walk in the park. 2-0 then. How can United respond to this? And let's be honest, it could be worse. There's still 9 minutes of the first half to go. Here they come now with a ball played forward towards Sancho, who's been pretty non-existent in this game so far. Sancho played it back to Raphael Varane. Varane will go back to goalkeeper David De Gea. Varane's not running with any kind of purpose. I think that injury might be a bit more serious than first thought. Don't be surprised to see Victor Lindelof coming on in the second half, because he does not look comfortable at all. Now Kyle Walker's down. Off the pitch he is, though, so play continues. Ball pumped forward by Lisandro Martinez, headed out towards halfway by Nathan Ake. Manchester United should pick the ball up here and play it out wide to Sancho. Sancho left-hand side, 2 blue shirts around him. Plays it back to Christian Eriksen. Eriksen across the park to Raphael Varane. And Scott McTominay is lurking. On that far side is Anthony. Anthony has got Bruno Fernandes in support. Finds Fernandes. Fernandes back to Diogo Dalot. Diogo Dalot forward towards Anthony again. Anthony is trying to get away from 2 blue shirts. Can't do so. Lurking is Marcus Rashford. Central is Christian Eriksen. And they find Eriksen midway inside the City half. Eriksen trying to carve out an opening. Goes backwards to Raphael Varane. Varane back to Dalot. Dalot back to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez apex of the centre circle. Here is Eriksen. Eriksen with a lovely ball forward, but Ederson read it all the way. And now Manchester City can clear straight away. Or was it cleared too quickly? No, they're continuing. Nice possession football this from City. Gundogan to Grealish. Grealish has time to run now. Got support in the shape of De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne outside the box. Shot comes in from De Bruyne and it's turned in by Erling Haaland again. Oh, what a finish that was from Haaland. Right place, right time. That's what you want your strikers to do. They need to gamble. They need to expect the ball in the danger zone. Haaland did just that and steered it beautifully. And it's Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0. This is turning into a horror show for Erik ten Hag. Forget about Arsenal, forget about all the improvement. This is not good enough for the former champions of the Premier League. They are getting absolutely battered here. Terrific run. Kevin De Bruyne, nobody picks him up. He's got a chance to sort of rifle the ball into that corridor of uncertainty, which he does. Haaland gets in front of the defender and steers it home. It's a terrific finish. It's Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0. The defender here, well, what on earth are they playing at, the Manchester United backline? I think it's Raphael Varane. You know, he's got the better of Varane, and he steers the ball in, does Haaland. It's a super ball in from De Bruyne, who just basically invites someone to get a foot on it, and you do not want Erling Haaland in that position. It's Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0. Lots of celebrating on the touchline from Pep Guardiola. Erik ten Hag looks crestfallen in his dugout, and this is turning into a horror show. It's Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0, and the City fans can scarcely believe what they're watching. Haaland at the double. And that is his 13th goal of the campaign. Here comes City again. Manuel Akanji out wide to Kyle Walker. Walker, infield to Foden. Foden's giving it away. Sancho now driving at Manchester City if he can. But Grealish is there trying to defend. And here now comes the shot from Manchester United. It was from Bruno Fernandes. But it's straight to David De Gea. Well, Erling Haaland has put his name into Manchester City folklore already, but scoring 2 goals in a Manchester derby, you cannot get any better. City have it again. Akanji. Wide to Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker puts it out of play. May well be a City player down. In fact, Kyle Walker it is that seems to be taking his boot off. He's not happy here. He just tweaked an ankle. Gundogan looks pretty concerned here. And he's being treated. Well, we're seeing a substitution already because quite clearly Raphael Varane cannot continue. So Victor Lindelof is on, and the problems continue for Manchester United. Victor Lindelof now forming part of that back four, and we're going to see a Manchester City substitution as well. I do think here that there is definitely an issue. Haaland's headed first goal, which was attempted to be cleared off the line, but Haaland's second and City's third was a real stroke of genius. De Bruyne with a beautiful delivery, and you want your strikers to be in the right place at the right time, and he gambled and he stuck a boot out and he steered it home beautifully. Well, Sergio Gomez is on for Kyle Walker. So Sergio Gomez has entered the field of play with 4 minutes of the first half to go. Manchester City 3, Manchester United 0. It is a terrific half so far for the blue side of Manchester. It's Aki, wider to Gomez now, and Here's Manuel Akanji. Akanji forward, looking for Foden. Manchester United cut the ball out. Cristiano Ronaldo is on the bench, and I'm not sure he will want to come on in a game like this because they're getting absolutely battered here at Manchester United. It really is a humbling experience. They're 3-0 down, and it could well be 4 or 5 the way they've played. City here coming forward. Hugging that far touchline is Grealish, and here now comes Erling Haaland. He's on a hat-trick, plays the ball in beautifully on that far side. Back to Haaland. Haaland can't steer it home. He's going to keep it in play. He has he? I think he hasn't. Good attempt though. And let's be honest, City have been slicker, sharper and more composed in all areas, and it's a rare moment of a lapse of concentration from Haaland where he couldn't keep control of the ball. Jack Grealish has been superb. Ilkay Gundogan's been his beautiful best, and Bernardo Silva and De Bruyne just showing what quality they possess in this game. Now, United coming forward, left-hand side, Marcus Rashford, he's got support infield, plays it to Christian Eriksen, out wider, Anthony with a shot, it's cut out by Manchester City and they can clear again, and on the break here, City could be in. Haaland's looking for the hat-trick, he's got the ball now as Erling Haaland, left-hand side, plays the ball into Foden! 4-0! Erling Haaland to Phil Foden, it's a terrific ball in from Haaland, and Foden sliding in makes it Manchester City 4, Manchester United 0. And this is an absolute embarrassment if you are a fan of the red half of Manchester. It has been absolutely woeful. But take nothing away, Manchester City have been their imperious best. On the break, Haaland, it was a beautiful delivery into the box, and Foden simply couldn't miss. He steered the ball home just on the 18-yard line. He steered it 6 yards into the path of Foden, and Foden has beautifully planted the ball in. The Manchester United defence at 6s and 7s, Lindelof and Malakia was running back with Foden. It was an awful, awful challenge, to be fair, because he was never going to get anywhere near, and Foden has just planted it past David De Gea. It's Manchester City 4, Manchester United 0. Well, there may be a fair bit of injury time in this game, you know. We're at 44 minutes, and this is just turning into an absolute nightmare. I mean, Sir Alex Ferguson is in the stands. What on earth is he thinking after this? Absolutely sensational football, and it's just a joy to watch, and a joy to bring it for you here live on the Flash Score app. Well, what have United got in response? It is sensational so far from Manchester City. 2 for Foden, 2 for Haaland, and Manchester United have not even really threatened at all. Here they come. Sancho on that far side, but his opposite number in the 25 shirt, Manuel Akanji, is running rings around him at the moment, and they get it clear. Only 2 minutes of injury time to add on at the end of the first period. Here come United, deep into injury time. Right hand side, trying to get a shot away. There's Eriksen. Eriksen will tee it up for a teammate. Plays it out wide. The ball comes in. It's punched away by Ederson. Only as far as Rashford. Rashford can't control. It's Eriksen. Eriksen with a little floated ball in, and it will go out of play for a Manchester City goal kick. It really is something else. And let me tell you, Manchester United fans are leaving the Etihad at half-time. They are leaving the Etihad at half-time. 4-0 down, and I know it's, what are we, 2:45 on a Sunday afternoon. The traffic's not that bad in Manchester, but a lot of the Manchester United fans have seen enough of this, and now Edison. Here's Grealish. Moves the ball. Free kick's been given. Pep Guardiola still at 4-0 is directing traffic here. Cyril Malakia it is that's gone off for Luke Shaw. He was on a yellow, and let's be honest, he was getting the run around from Manchester City. City coming forward again, early stages, and the shot comes in, and it's saved by De Gea, right hand side. Manchester United try and get it away. It's with João Cancelo. Cancelo infield to Gundogan. Gundogan forward, looking for Grealish. Grealish's ball is cut out by, in the end, the 20, which is Diogo Dalot. Plays it to Anthony. Anthony gets the ball back, and McTominay plays it back to Victor Lindelof. Lindelof to halfway, and Manchester United trying to come forward. There is Bruno Fernandes. Luke Shaw. Scott McTominay may get the ball very shortly. Just back inside their own half now at Manchester United. There is McTominay. McTominay back to Lisandro Martinez. Back to Lindelof. Lindelof, apex of the centre circle. Out wide it goes to Luke Shaw. United trying to come forward, trying to give their fans something to shout about. Diogo Dalot on the far side now. Here is Anthony. Anthony, he's got two shirts around him. To McTominay. McTominay back to Lindelof. Lindelof will play it to Lisandro Martinez. Martinez's ball towards United shirt is cut out. It's going to be played off a United shirt. And they will try and get it clear. The cross comes in, and Akanji with a header out towards halfway, and United will try and build again. Manchester City 4, Manchester United 0. Remember, City are not really going to sit on this, but they don't need to do anything out of the ordinary. You don't really see anything from Manchester United if that first half's anything to go by. Anthony's ball. Good one, he's got it back, right hand side. Dalot for support wider, cuts it all the way back to Lindelof. Lindelof to Lisandro Martinez, back to Victor Lindelof. Lindelof, his ball forward is cut out, and City could get it clear, but Eriksen intercepts, and Eriksen now midway inside the Manchester City half, but that ball's cut out as well by Sergio Gomez, and Sergio Gomez will play it forward. I think he may have Cancelo, and Cancelo's fouled there by Bruno Fernandes. To Akanji. Here's Aki. Aki on this left-hand side has got Sergio Gomez for support. Instead goes for the longer ball towards Jack Grealish. But it's a little bit too heavy. Goes out of play for a throw-in to Manchester United. Just a reminder. Two teams if you needed them. De Gea in goal, Dalot, Lindelof, Martinez and Shaw now, with McTominay and Eriksen, Anthony, Bruno Fernandes, Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford. For Manchester City it's Edison in goal, Sergio Gomez, Manuel Akanji, Nathan Ake and João Cancelo, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Silva and Foden, Haaland and Grealish, the front three. Two for Foden, two for Haaland. Grealish has been lively as well. Edison. It's a lovely ball out wider to Sergio Gomez. Gomez plays a ball back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva will play it back to Nathan Ake. Ake cleared a halfway, flicked header on, and here's Haaland. Haaland's come very deep. He's pushed off it, and that will be a throw-in to Manchester City. Hearing news that Bruno Lage has been relieved of his duties at Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's just breaking news coming through in the Premier League. Bruno Lage has been sacked by Wolverhampton Wanderers. Manchester City still have a 4-goal advantage in the 188th Manchester derby. Ederson, their goalkeeper, has it. Short ball to Manuel Akanji. Akanji will stride up towards halfway, and he's made a fairly good ball forward now to Jack Grealish, left-hand side. Got support on this near side from Sergio Gomez. His attempted cross is cut out. It'll be a corner to Manchester City, the first of the second period. Great play. So, Manchester City 4-0 up. They have a corner from the left-hand side. It's the third of the game for them. Manchester United have had any corners, which just tells you about the domination that City have had in this game. De Bruyne and Foden are over it. It's going to be Kevin De Bruyne, floats the ball in from the left-hand side, heads go up. It's a red shirt. Haaland with a hoisted ball. It's kind of found a red shirt instead of a blue one, but City are challenging, and De Bruyne it was that cuts the danger out. Going now to Manchester United. Played back. Dalot to Lindelof. Lindelof across field to his partner there, Lisandro Martinez. There's Christian Eriksen. Apex of the centre circle now. McTominay wider then to Jadon Sancho, who's looking for a ball down that far side. Luke Shaw it was on the far line. Ball forward towards Marcus Rashford. It's cut out, and City can get clear again here, and Haaland has worked himself a little bit of space. There's two red shirts around him, and Lisandro Martinez will play it back to David De Gea. De Gea, short it goes to Lisandro Martinez. Wider now to Luke Shaw. Infield. Christian Eriksen, Scott McTominay for company. Near side, Diogo Dalot's wider on the right-hand side, but Manchester United playing key ball inside their area. Lindelof. Too many options. He's going to launch this ball long, looking for the run of Dalot. Dalot, one touch to control, right-hand side. Red shirt swarming forward. Rashford cuts inside. Is he going to have a shot? He's going to attempt to go further forward here. Plays it out wider to Shaw. Shaw back to Eriksen. Eriksen floated ball in. No, he's going to play it short. Back to Dalot. Dalot now outside to Anthony. Anthony. Couple of blue shirts around him. Here is now Diogo Dalot, plays it back to Luke Shaw. Shaw may attempt a ball forward. He can't do so. It's cut out by Manchester City, and they're on the break again, and Haaland has got the ball on halfway, and they're coming forward again. Haaland and De Bruyne have linked up extremely well this game. There's Foden. Bernardo Silva and Grealish is looking dangerous, in a dangerous position. City much slicker with the ball. Bernardo Silva back to Gundogan. Far side then. Bernardo Silva. Cancelo. Sergio Gomez is free if they want to find him. Instead they go to Gundogan. Wider on that far side is Cancelo. Cancelo back to Akanji. Akanji to Nathan Aki. Aki. And midway inside his own half, Aki will play it across to his centre-half partner, Manuel Akanji. Akanji forward. It's going to go back to Akanji. Akanji will play all the way back to Ederson. And they can play keep ball for as long as they want, because they're leading by 4-0 in the 188th Manchester derby. They've had 62% possession. In the second half, Manchester United have had 66% possession. But it doesn't matter when you're 4-0 up, does it? Here are City again. All bright red shirt of Ederson, headed on by Sergio Gomez, but cut out here. You just wonder when Ronaldo and co may well be making an appearance, with the 5 substitutes allowed, of course, now. David De Gea didn't really want that ball back from his centre-half, but he got it in the end. They're trying to clear. There is Eriksen. Eriksen plays it back to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw all the way back to David De Gea. De Gea out wider to Diogo Dalot. Dalot touch to control. Infield then to Victor Lindelof. striding towards halfway. But again, where are the options? Where are the red shirts shouting for the ball? Don't seem to be any, do they? Diego Dallo plays it back to Lisandro Martinez, out wide to Luke Shaw. Infield now, and there is Jadon Sancho. Sancho is it wider. Back it goes to a red shirt. Ball pumped forward, looking for Anthony near side, and Anthony, lovely touch to control. He's central. Anthony trying to find a shot. Oh, what a goal from Anthony! That's more like it from Manchester United. They've got one back. Anthony with the shot, Anthony with the goal. It's a super effort. It's equally as good as all of the Manchester City goals we've seen. And suddenly, there is a little bit of life in Manchester United. He got the ball pretty quickly, had a couple of touches, and he just launched the ball into the top corner. Terrific goal, and Anthony has one back. Manchester City 4, Manchester United 1, and Anthony has given them a route back into the game. Really was a terrific effort. It's beaten Edison, all ends up, and I think Pep Guardiola will be a little bit aggrieved that they've conceded here because they look very comfortable. Just wonder if that's kind of stoked the fire a little bit, and City may be just waking up a little bit in the second half, and that's not the greatest back pass from Ilkay Gundogan. Aki's in underneath it. Here is Anthony. City, of course, with a 4-goal advantage, you're obviously going to try and just take fewer risks as possible, but that goal back has we just changed things a little bit. Not much, just a little bit. Pumped forward by Shaw. Here on that far side is Jadon Sancho. Sancho is cut out by Manuel Akanji. He's been superb, this game. Manuel Akanji's been an excellent recruit for Manchester City. Back we are then. Terrific performance this has been, and Haaland in the crowd, he's loving it, as is Erling Haaland on the pitch, as are Manchester City. It was a terrific goal. Again, City slicker, much more sharper. The ball's played forward here. You can see the Manchester City forwards are looking at this, and Grealish was there. It's a little 1-2 infield, and the ball played in from Gomez. Gomez found Haaland's son, Erling Haaland, and Erling Haaland has basically made his dad proud. A hat-trick on your Manchester derby debut, and it's another terrific finish. It's first time De Gea's beaten all ends up. 5-1. And this really is an absolute walk in the park for Manchester City. They are checking a possible offside. VAR are looking. I'm not sure he's offside there. It's Sergio Gomez that they're looking at. He's onside. He's definitely onside. The lights come in. He's definitely onside. Goal allowed. And we're going to get back underway for 5-1. Manchester City 5, Manchester United 1. It really has been an awful day for the red half of Manchester. What can they do now? They're trying to launch another attack. Fernandes is looking for support here. Anthony's in a fair bit of space, but that ball will be cut out at the back by Bernardo Silva. So you move towards that far side. Free kick's conceded. Manchester United take it quickly. Plenty of blue shirts back here. The Lech Poznan celebration being carried out to good effect at the Etihad as Anthony on the right hand side cuts in, finds Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes floats the ball in, but go out of play from Sancho for a goal kick. Manchester City 5, Manchester United 1. Just looking here, Sancho, well, let's be honest, they've all been pretty poor, haven't they, in terms of the game. But Erling Haaland with a hat-trick. And let's just celebrate this man, because he's now got 14 goals for Manchester City. What a signing he is turning out to be. Back it goes to Ederson. Ederson clears to halfway. Haaland's underneath it. I don't think we'll be seeing Haaland for much longer if Pep's probably true to his word, needs to give him his standing ovation. He may even play the full game, you never know, because he may be wanting more. Could he get 4 or 5? There's still plenty of time, 67, nearly 68 minutes on the watch. City still have it. They've been slicker, they've been sharper. And there's Aki. Aki to Manuel Akanji. Akanji striding forward, plays it out wider to João Cancelo. Cancelo back to Ederson. Ederson pumps the ball forward long, straight down the middle. Grealish was running onto it, and thumbs up there from Jack Grealish, because the idea was good. There's Lisandro Martinez to Victor Lindelof. Lindelof will play it to Martinez. Back there as well. is Casemiro. Casemiro's trying to protect here as Anthony comes forward. Aki and another defender alongside him, and between them they've kind of cut the danger out, and Akanji should clear this to safety, although Grealish has kept it in, but it was out of play for a throw-in to Manchester United. Well, Erik ten Hag is making another change here. They're 5-1 down. I don't think it's going to make too much difference as the ball's floated in by Fernandes and cut out in the end by Cancelo. Cancelo will put the ball out of play for a corner kick to Manchester United. It was aimed towards Luke Shaw, and Cancelo just got a boot up where it mattered. "5-1 they lead, and still Pep Guardiola is Jadon Sancho's off and Fred is on. So Sancho, another one that's been pretty non-existent in the game as Fred comes on. Corner from the left-hand side for Manchester United. It's played short. It's going to be floated back in, is it? No. Well, Luke Shaw out wider. Back towards the danger zone here. There's the 21, and obviously just on now Casemiro and Fernandes. And what a waste of a corner that was, because Casemiro's played it all the way back to the halfway line, and now United are trying to build through Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw will play it wider. Anthony Martial's there. Fernandes is a bit further forward. Bruno Fernandes could be the target here. The shot comes in, and Anthony's shot was tame, wide, and not very good. He played the ball across, and Fernandes was in the clear, and he acknowledges that. You just wonder about Manchester United and the future of Cristiano Ronaldo come January, because you are 5-1 down in a Manchester derby, and he's not getting a kick at all. Fred and Casemiro have come on. Quite sure what Erik ten Hag's thinking, but maybe he just wants to stem the tide and doesn't want to get this much worse, because 5-1's embarrassing enough as it is. As Anthony gets the ball, plays it back to Casemiro. Casemiro infield to Fred. Fred forward, right hand side. Anthony cuts inside, tries to play the ball in. It's going to find Dalot. Dalot with a chance to measure across. He does so, but it's not a good one. And Grealish should be able to get that clear, and does so. Finds De Bruyne. De Bruyne hugging that touchline. He's got the better of Fred. Fred forward. Jack Grealish now forward. Haaland's there looking for the ball. He's found Haaland outside the box. Haaland takes a turn. He's got plenty of chances here. Foden with a shot. Foden scores! Is it offside? That's the big question. I don't think it is. It's 6-1, and Foden has his hat-trick as well now. This is sensational stuff from Manchester City. That was all made by Kevin De Bruyne's persistence, Jack Grealish's clever play, Haaland's unselfish play, and Foden has his hat-trick as well. You've got Foden and Haaland both scoring hat-tricks in a Manchester derby. It's Manchester City 6, Manchester United 1, and this is simply sensational. Well, you've got to talk about the Manchester United defending as well. I mean, Haaland, nobody's getting anywhere close to him. His little dink ball forward to Foden, and Foden simply could not miss. What on earth is Fernandes doing? Casemiro? They're all just stood there like statues. It really is absolutely woeful. Take nothing away, though. This has been a super performance. Well, VAR checking if the ball was possibly out of play. If this goal doesn't stand, well, it has to, because Foden is celebrating. Foden is celebrating. The VAR check has been completed, and it's Manchester City 6, Manchester United 1. Well, we're going to see some changes here. And no surprise to see lots of Manchester City changes happening now. Are we seeing... Well, Foden's coming off for a start, so that's the end of Phil Foden's day. He gets the adulation of the Etihad crowd. Your work today, sir, has been exceptional. Is it 4 changes, 5 changes? There's lots happening here. So Gundogan and Grealish are coming off. Laporte and Palmer are on. Cole Palmer's an interesting player. Just tidy up these substitutions for you because the board's been a little bit slow. De Bruyne and Foden are off as well, of course. And Riyad Mahrez and Julian Alvarez are on. So Riyad Mahrez is on as well. It's not what you want to see if you're a Manchester United player, is it? All this quality going off and even more quality coming on. But lots of changes. 15 to go. And Manchester City lead Manchester United by 6-1. Lindelof plays it back to De Gea. De Gea, touch to control. Here's Casemiro playing as a sort of extra centre-half here. But here's Cole Palmer now. Palmer's stolen the ball. Here's Haaland. Haaland on for 4 goals here. Haaland with a shot. It's cut out. It's still going to be kept in here by Manchester City. There's Cole Palmer. Palmer back to Aki. Aki infield to Bernardo Silva. There is the 14, Aymeric Laporte. Out he goes wider. Plenty of players have gone off here. Cole Palmer, Julian Alvarez, Aymeric Laporte on for İlkay Gundogan. Aki with a lovely 1-2 with Laporte. There's Cole Palmer. Palmer getting into the action. Played back to, in the end, Riyad Mahrez is there. Sergio Gomez is a bit further forward. They're building now on this near side. Infield it comes towards Sergio Gomez and Julian Alvarez. There's plenty of blue shirts with attacking intent now. Manchester United will want this day to be over and quickly. It's an embarrassment. It's nearly, is it worse than Brentford and Brighton? Well, on a much grander scale, yes. 77 on the watch. United now with Fred. There's Casemiro. Victor Lindelof. Lindelof across halfway. There's Diogo Dalot. Dalot cuts inside. Goes back to Lindelof. Lindelof back to Casemiro. Casemiro will float the ball forward, switches play, but there's a City shirt there. There's Emmanuel Akanji. He's got Aymeric Laporte for support. Laporte plays it wider to Nathan Aki. And Cole Palmer's back there defending as well. United throw in. Taken quickly. Back it goes to Casemiro, and there's Lindelof. They're trying to play it forward. It's 6-1. There's 12 minutes to go. I think Erik ten Hag will want this game to be over as quickly as possible because his side have been nothing short of abject. Erik's, is he trying to launch something and Plays a hopeful ball forward. That's going to go all the way out of play for a goal kick to Manchester City. Manchester City 6, Manchester United 1. And we have had hat-tricks for Phil Foden and, of course, for Erling Haaland. Unbelievable, really. 2 players scoring a hat-trick in a Manchester derby. I think it must be the first time that's happened ever. City have it, and they're in no rush. Ederson play the ball inside his own half to Aymeric Laporte. Laporte with a kanji now because Nathan Ake's just moved to this near side. Up it goes towards Riyad Mahrez. Mahrez on the far side is João Cancelo. Cancelo got support there from Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes is penalised for the challenge there, and City can continue. In fact, Bruno Fernandes has been given a yellow card for that challenge. There's lots of remonstrating as well. Got no complaints though. They've been abject, they've been poor, and they've been taught a footballing lesson by Haaland and Foden and the rest of the Manchester City team. 10 minutes to go. City 6, United 1. As City come forward again, they're looking for more punishment, aren't they? And here, as the ball's played from Cancelo wider, there's plenty of shirts here waiting. Julian Alvarez is there as well with Sergio Gomez. They're looking for Cole Palmer on that left-hand side. It's stolen again, though, and Sergio Gomez tries to play in. Cole Palmer. Palmer is rushed off it, and Anthony has the ball with Bernardo Silva, who's harassing all the way back there. And Anthony can't get it clear here. He does, in the end, get it towards halfway, but it will be towards a blue shirt, headed on by a red shirt. So they come forward again to City. Riyad Mahrez has been pretty okay since he's come on. It's Aymeric Laporte. Played back to Ederson. Ederson. Back to Laporte it goes. Ake is hugging this left-hand touchline. Cole Palmer's up there. Ake looking for a quick 1-2. Can't find it, but City will still get the ball back through Bernardo Silva and Aymeric Laporte. And it's gone back all the way to Ederson. And City are quite happy to just pass the ball around and keep the ball inside their own half. They're 6-1 up. This game is done. This game is finished. They've embarrassed their neighbours to a very, very high degree here. If there are any Manchester United fans left in the ground, they won't be staying for too much longer after this. Cole Palmer. Palmer, infield it goes. There's Silva. Out wider to Cancelo. Cancelo's got Mahrez up that far touchline. He plays it towards Mahrez. Julian Alvarez is there as well. And Alvarez will try and head it on. Mahrez is there. United trying to get it away through Luke Shaw. And that has gone out of play for a United throw-in on the far side. Julian Alvarez. Sir Alex Ferguson is sat there pensive in the ground. Again, he's not going to be enjoying what he's seen today either. And Eric Ten Hag, a penny for his thoughts. I wonder what he's going to say after this game. Because if anybody thought Manchester United had turned the corner with that Arsenal win, they were very much mistaken. Or with the Arsenal game, I should say. Here we go. United coming forward again, switching play to the far side, and Luke Shaw, will he keep it in? He has kept it in. Left-hand side, Luke Shaw, edge of the box. Will he find a red shirt? Tries to, and has found a red shirt. Shot comes in, and a headed goal! One more back for Manchester United. And it's Anthony Martial with a header from close range. And the City fans are actually celebrating that because it's been all too woeful. 6-2 now. Lovely ball in. And it was a good save from the initial shot from Ederson. But the rebound found its way to Martial, who heads in. So Anthony Martial on the score sheet off the bench. 83 on the watch. It's Manchester City 6, Manchester United 2. Shot coming in, and Ederson was good with the save. He was frustrated that he palmed it straight into the path of Martial, and it's 6-2. Aki. Back then to Laporte. Laporte will play it back to Ederson. Ederson forward to Bernardo Silva. Silva to Laporte. Laporte forward then to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer has it, hugging this near side touchline. Infield it goes. Julian Alvarez is there. Bernardo Silva's there. Lovely ball back towards Cole Palmer, who crosses the ball in. It could be 7. Oh, tell you what. Close. Very close. Julian Alvarez was hunting a goal there. It's a great City move. Slick passing down the left-hand side. And Julian Alvarez was cut out by a combination of defender and goalkeeper. Good cross from Cole Palmer as well. Great vision from the youngster. Did it come off a City shirt? Did it come off a red shirt? Is it a corner or is it a goal kick? I think it may well be a corner. It is. A chance to deliver more of a dangerous ball in. Corner comes in from Sergio Gomez. Heads go up and it's gone wide. Sergio Gomez's header. Sergio Gomez's corner headed goalwards, but in the end, just wide. Pep Guardiola now back up into his technical area, looking to direct a little bit more traffic, although the directing he's done today has been sensational. 6-2. United coming forward now, and there is Dalot crossing halfway. Dalot plays a ball forward now to Anthony. Anthony inside the box. He's got a chance to shoot. Does shoot. It's a tame shot straight at Ederson. So, 6 goals, 2 hat-tricks, a goal for Anthony, a goal for Anthony Martial, and that's the story of the Manchester derby. 86 on the watch as City have it. Laporte back to Ederson. Ederson will float the ball wider. It's Cancelo forward towards Alvarez, and Mahrez is there as the shot comes in. Tame wide from Casemiro. Manchester City 6, Manchester United 2. It will be one of those famous days for those City fans. City coming forward again. Here's Mahrez. Mahrez. There was a bit of a foul there from United, but Michael Oliver's played the advantage there. Laporte. Infield it goes. Plenty of blue shirts waiting for it. Bernardo Silva. He's got the freedom of the Etihad at the moment. Laporte. Forward then to Bernardo Silva again. Aki's wider. Manchester City 6, Manchester United 2. Casemiro launches the ball forward, looking for the run there of Anthony Martial. But he was offside. We're down to the final couple of minutes of this game, and whatever the referee adds on, or the fourth official adds on for stoppages, we've had plenty of substitutions, so I think at least maybe 5 minutes of additional time. Ederson clears the ball to a blue shirt. They come forward again. Alvarez and Mahrez are there. And Cancelo. And Manchester City are pretty content with their day's work. United trying to get to maybe another consolation. It would be just a consolation. They're not going to come back in this at all. Shot comes in. From distance, it's palmed away by Ederson, only as far as Anthony. Anthony in the box, and plenty of red shirts there. And is that a free kick? It is literally a free kick, or is it a penalty? It's a penalty. It was inside the box. Bruno Fernandes and Julian Alvarez, and Martial it was that was brought down by Cancelo. Now, Michael Oliver had a bird's eye view there. Intriguing. Can Martial get another one back? Martial steps up, and he does, into the top corner. Top right corner it was, and it's 6-3. So Martial has come off the bench and scored twice. Manchester City 6, Manchester United 3, 9 goals, 2 hat-tricks, some pretty woeful defending on the part of Manchester United, and they're 6-3 down. 90th minute has struck. We're waiting for 2 more additional minutes here. And Manchester City are probably just going to play keep ball for a little while. Ederson launches the ball out, and Manchester City will have a little bit of defending to do. There is Dalot on the right hand side. Dalot cuts in field, looking to play a ball forward, finds Casemiro, and not very handsome.